Hi everyone. I wanted to talk to you about an app that Sean and I are very excited about that you can use to search for the most recent listings. It's really user-friendly. I think the interface is awesome and it's really, really easy to use. So let's dive right into it. We're going to be posting the link and QR code on our social media pages, and we'll at some point also send this out to our contacts via email and text. But that will take a little bit because we do have a lot of contacts, so bear with us. And if you want to download this, the fastest way will be to go on our social media and just click on the link there. The icon is going to look like this big white A on a blue background. So once you download this from the App Store, you'll click on that link. I'm just going to clear whatever I have on my screen. And this is what it's going to look like. Basically at the top, I have 3 tabs. The first one says map, the one next to it says cards, and then the last one says grid. In the presentation, I will go over each one. And right above those 3 tabs, you will see the magnifying glass where you can enter a specific city or town that you're looking in. So let's say that I want to look at the most recent listings in Andover. I'm going to click right next to that magnifying glass, and I'm going to type in Andover. And there it is at the top, Andover, Massachusetts. So I'm just going to click on that result. And this is what it's going to show you. Now, what you're seeing on your screen is the area of Andover. We don't have any criteria set yet in the search. So we do that by going to the very top right of my screen. There are 3 little horizontal bars at the top there. When you see those 3 horizontal bars, just click on that. And it's going to bring up this screen here. So you want to sort by recently added. You can also change this, but I like just sorting by the recently added listings. Under listing status, you'll want to make sure that you have the top 3 selected: featured listings, active, and open house. I don't want to see any pending or sold listings. If you're looking for a rental, you can also select lease, but I'm going to be looking at listings. Below that is where you would enter your specific criteria. So under beds, to add more beds, you just click on the plus sign. To remove, you click the minus sign. Like I said, this is very easy to use. Same with the baths. Price range, you can either enter manually, or you can slide these white circly icons up and down to enter your max price. Let's say 1.32 million. That is not my price point, but let's leave it at that. Under square footage, you can again either enter that manually or you can slide these up and down. So let's go down to 2,700 or 2,300 square feet. Maximum, minimum of 1,000 square feet. Property type. Let's say I'm just looking for a house, so I'm going to select house, but you can have more than one category. So, you can play around with that depending on what you're looking for. Time on the market, I'm just going to leave it at any. I don't care when it came on the market as long as it's still on the market. So I'm going to leave that as is. Lot size, usually people look for the number of acres. So I'm going to leave this at acres, but you can also switch to square feet if you prefer that. Year built, I don't care when it was built, so I'm going to leave that as is, but you can adjust that as well. I'm happy with no HOA fees, so I'm going to leave all of this as is, but you can also adjust this criteria. If you want a pool, you can select that, but I'm not looking for a pool. Must have a garage. If you're looking for 55 plus community, you can also select that. And it's also kind of cool that you can select new construction if you're looking for a new build. So I'm happy with my filters. I'm going to click this Apply Filters button. And this is what has come up. I can either click on these dots And once I click on the dot, it's going to bring up a picture of the property and the basic criteria underneath. 3 beds, 2 baths, 1560 square feet, and the price. So once I click on that, I'll be able to expand that. And here you can look up the full details. There's also another way to look at these matches. Instead of clicking on every one of those circles, right again at the top of my screen, next to the map tab, there is a cards tab. When I click on the cards tab, this is how the matches are going to be presented. So you can just scroll up and down, click on the pictures, and then take a look at the full details. And the last view is the grid view, and that's the tab right next to cards. So you can click on that, and this is how that information is going to be presented. That's pretty much how you do a search. Now, let's say I'm happy with the criteria and I want to save this search. So you have a little box here that says save this search. So I'm going to click on that. Now, I'm not exactly sure how this is going to look on your end, because I'm the admin, so I can assign the search to myself or to a client who has signed up for this app. So I would do that by clicking here, but you can probably only assign it to yourself. So this might look a little bit different. Before you save the search, make sure that you name your search in a way that will make sense to you, because you can do multiple searches. I think you can have up to 10. Don't quote me on that, but you can definitely have multiple searches for different towns or different criteria. So make sure you name your search so that if you have 10, you know what you're looking at. Now you can get the notifications via email or push notifications or both. So let's say I want both. I will turn on push notifications. And then when you're happy with all of that, you just save your search. Another way of doing a search, I'm just going to cancel this so I can show you the second way of doing this, is to draw a circle around the area that you're looking at. So this is really helpful when you want to look in more than one town. So you would zoom out a little bit. Let's say I want to look in both Andover and Tewksbury. I would click on this middle icon at the bottom right of my screen, so it looks like a hand drawing something. So I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to start drawing, and I'm literally just drawing with my finger on the screen. And I'm going to draw around this area. Okay, so I'm happy with that. I'm going to click apply. And there is your search area. So let's go back to the 3 horizontal lines on the very top right of my screen to customize the search. And it basically keeps what I entered in the previous search. So if you're happy with that, or if you want to change something, you would change it here and then click on apply filters and save search. So save the search now that you've applied the criteria. Again, make sure you name it so that you know what the search is for. And that is pretty much what I wanted to show you. Actually, before I end, I did want to show you a few more things. So if you look at the very bottom of my screen, you see a bunch of different buttons there. I'm going to show you the favorites button first. So it's a heart-shaped icon. And what I can do with that is mark some of the matches as my favorites so that I can easily go back to them. And also so that my real estate agent can see what I've favored. I'm going to click on this more button at the very bottom right of my screen. And I've actually already clicked it. So this is what's going to show up. And I'm going to click on my saved searches. And I'm going to go to this last one because I know that that one has some matches. So let's say I really like this listing. I would just click on this heart-shaped icon right next to it, and that would select it as my favorite. So now when I go to my favorites, now I have one favorite in here. The second one isn't showing up yet, probably because I have to refresh. So there, I just refreshed it. So to refresh, you can just swipe your finger from the top of your screen to the bottom of your screen, and that'll refresh the screen. So as you can see, once I did that, that match just showed up. So that's a really good feature. You can mark the properties that you're really interested in, and then I can also see that on my end. Another really cool feature is this chat button here. So if you click on the chat button, you will be able to chat with me, and I'll be able to see any comments that you have or anything you want to mention. So, for example, one of our clients would say, I'm really interested in this property. Can you see if you can schedule a meeting, or can you find out more details? So that's really useful because it comes directly to me. So it just makes communication easier because you don't have to send me an email. You can just chat right from this app and tell me what you're interested in or what you want more information on. Now, every morning I recommend that you take a look at the bottom of the screen. Any alerts you would see under alerts. So if alerts has like a red number over it, take a look at that to see any new alerts. And that's pretty much it. I hope that this was helpful, and as always, just let us know if you have any questions. You can email us at homewardboundgroup@advisorsliving.com, or you can call us at 978-618-6736, and we can walk you through this if you have any questions. I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye, everybody.